This week we are continuing to highlight partner agencies with the United Way of Marquette County, and one of them is the Greater Ishpeming Commission on Aging. Joining us in the studio we have Ashley Roberts. How are you doing today, Ashley?
Very good. Thank you so much for having us.
Yes, of course. And so, we're highlighting the United Way this week. What does that partnership mean for your organization?
We are so thankful to be a United Way partner. We have been a United Way partner for several years now, and that helps us to expand our impact with our seniors within our community. So our projects have evolved over the years, and through those projects we've been able to build continued partnerships to then reach those that are in the greatest need.
Yes, for sure. And the United Way helps nonprofits, which I don't think a lot of people realize is that you guys are a nonprofit in the community, correct?
Yes, we are one of 4 senior centers in Marquette County. We're the only one that is a nonprofit. We're governed by the Greater Ishpeming Commission on Aging, and that has allowed us to not only serve the city of Ishpeming, but we also serve the entire west end of Marquette County. So all 7 townships out to Republic and Michigami. So we have a total of 786 square miles that we're responsible for, and we want to make sure that we're able to serve those individuals to the best of our ability.
Right. Yeah, and that's that's a wide area that you have to cover, and when people make donations to campaigns like the United Way, that dollar does go somewhere in the community, like you guys.
Yes, and when we started with United Way, our focus was the West End. We started with an outreach worker position. They were able to go out. It allowed us to pay for mileage and time to go out to the townships of Champion, Republic, and Michigami and really cultivate those relationships with the townships. And then from there we've been able to build on that, where we can expand to our entire service area, seeing what has worked and allowed us to reach out to those who are most vulnerable. We talk about the ALICE population, that asset limited income. And with our seniors, we have a lot living within our service area. We have many seniors that are still working, but we also have many seniors that live in a remote location where transportation is a barrier, and their rent is $700 and they have to pay utilities, and they don't have the ability to get somewhere to get their groceries, but they're able to come to a meal site, or they're able to connect with that caseworker at that township location. And then from there we can connect them to programs through community action for incontinence supplies, the Meals on Wheels program. We can work with Superior Watershed Partnership doing those applications for energy assistance. There's so much that we've been able to do that we wouldn't have been able to do with our restricted funding because of our partnership with United Way.
Right, yes, and that is just it. You don't put on just events, you offer life-saving, crucial services to the older population up here. And so speaking of what you guys are able to do you have anything going on coming up that you want people to know about?
Yes, we so through our United Way this year, our campaign is UP Seniors Thrive. And we're using that in many different areas of funding, but it allows us to focus in on one specific area because we know those individuals within that limited income population are lacking in resources, essential resources. So we're working with United Way funding to provide not only our extended caseworker services, but also to allow us to provide comfort care boxes. So I, for example, delivered commodity boxes for an individual in the city of Ishpeming, and while I was there, she asked me, I said, "Is there anything else you need?" "Well, I don't have toilet paper." Because there are certain things on your food card that a lot of these seniors only make or receive $23 on their food stamp benefit, but they don't qualify for Medicaid, so they still have additional expenses. So their food assistance card doesn't allow them to get detergent to do laundry, dish soap, toilet paper, feminine hygiene products, shampoo, things that we take for granted. So that's one thing that our comfort care boxes are focused on. So we're asking people throughout our service area if they have individuals that they know or are aware of that could be referred back to the senior center, that we're here to assist them with those items.
Yeah, and how can people get in touch with you guys if they need that kind of help?
They can contact the senior center directly by calling our phone number. They can also they can walk right in our door, ask us for assistance, contact with a caseworker. We'll ask them to fill out a form, and then that allows our caseworker to take a deeper dive before they meet with them to be prepared. And they can also reach out to 211 through UPCAP, as we're a partnering agency with them, and they can refer them back to the senior center also.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely necessities that people need. So it's very great that organizations like you are able to do that for the community. So is there anything else you'd like to add this morning, Ashley?
Well, we're gearing up for the fall. Ooh. And that is where we look to our biggest fundraiser. So we're starting to prepare and plan for that. It's our Fall Fest fundraiser that happens in October, and we are excited to do it again. Last year was a huge success, so we're looking forward to getting our raffle donation items and getting tickets ready for sale. But we also have some really fun things planned. We are going to start ukulele lessons at the senior center. We're looking at launching a new art program. We also are going to continue our meals, ramp them back up hopefully every Thursday, but then also look at continuing our meals at Champion Township, Republic, and in Humboldt, and then supporting the Michigami meal site. So we found mystery trips are really popular. Yeah. So we'll be having more mystery trips this fall and into the winter, where you don't know where you're going for lunch or dinner because it's a mystery. But we kind of give you like a ballpark for funding to bring with you along the way.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it sounds like it's going to be a fun fall for you guys. Yes, and we'll have all the information on our website, myupnow.com. But Ashley, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and we'll be right back with more My UP Mornings after the break.